guys, you join us today on Aberthaw ledges. This time we're here predominantly looking for eels. We got 2 rods going out, one with 3 hooks and small baits, so we're going to be going species hunt on that side of things. Use them for bait if they're suitable bait fishing at, and then aim for the eels on the other rods. So fingers crossed we get a couple out.
You can get other species here, but it's generally ledges, big boulders, coral, weeds, kelp. It's not for the faint-hearted. It's generally a conger eel venue. You can get cod here. It's great for bass. Smoothhound in the summer is fantastic off here. But rays, you don't tend to get rays here, even though we have had them in the past.
Yeah, we get small, a few small spotteds now. You've had some nice blondes off here, so they have been coming off here, but that is not really a ray mark.
Even though I have my second biggest blonde off here, which was £20.6, wasn't it? Yeah, £20.6. So yeah, there is potential for some really big fish off here. Expecting to lose some gear.
Yeah, we've got, well, I've brought 20 leads, and if I go home with any, that'll be a big surprise. It's extremely rough here, so you know, it's not for the faint-hearted in the sense of coming down here thinking you're going to have a pleasure session. It's hard going.
We're going to talk through how to use the rotten bottom, using a weak link, keeping that clipped up throughout the cast until it hits the water, releases. If that leg gets stuck, it can pop off and you can retrieve the fish. So that's the idea today. Catch some small species, possibly use them as bait, catch some eels, possibly a ray as well. Bass.
Yeah, it's possible, a bass. I've had my biggest bass off here before, which was last year, which was £10.3. It's the biggest one I've had, and that was off literally right by where we are. So yeah, the bass are through here, but we are predominantly aiming for the small fish and the eels.
And predominantly aiming me not to smash you like we did at Ogden.
Yeah, well I've learned a trick from Ben from where he smashed me on the last video you're all watching. If you have a look at something, I got something right here. I have prepped my bait the way he preps his bait. There's a you know, small anchovy. It's got 2 full wraps of elastic on it. That's 2 full rolls, so all you can see is elastic.
Yeah, and that's literally mummified.
It is.
So I didn't know you'd done that.
So in all fairness, this will work because that's what he does.
Great scent in the elastic. Well, as it's defrosting, it's squeezing and letting some juice out, and it's definitely not getting attacked by little pickers.
And in all fairness, if you're going for eels,
that's my excuse anyway.
If you're going for eels, there's a lot of elastic on it. If they don't get hooked, their teeth will get jammed. You're like using wool.
Oh yeah, just use them, ripping those white in. Yeah. I'm not Egyptian, I'm not trying to mummify things, I just like elastic. Right, let's catch some fish. So, just getting set up. We've got the Ian Gold's 7-foot rod stand. Double cups using 2 rods. On the flood here, there is a real strong tidal rip going left. Especially if you start picking up some weeds. So, you need to make sure you set up your rod stand correctly. I like to get the front legs fairly wide apart, just to make it as stable as possible. Looking for little crevices to get the legs stuck in, and that back sand spike where there's a point at the bottom, you want that tucked right in. As I go further down, I'm just setting up the rods at the moment. As I go down, I'm going to find some nice boulders, there's plenty around, and I'm going to get it on the back there. Possibly use a bungee as well, just to strap it down. We will be moving out with the tide, and on the flood, we'll be moving back with the tide. So I'd rather just place boulders in rather than having to untie the bungee strap like I do on Friar's Point. Because I'm not moving on Friar's Point, I'm going to be stationary. But here we're going to be moving out and moving back. So get the rod stands nice and secure, and away we go. Let's get some baits on.
Right, the main rig I'll be using today on the big rod, I've got a 2.5 to 3-foot pulley, obviously the full well wrapped 2 elastic rolls, and a bend bait, and on a rotten bottom setter. The rotten bottom setter I've got in here is just upside down Gemini clip, 18-pound Davies Sport, 3 knots in it, down to a 7-ounce lead, and it'll just clip up on the top on there and it'll sit there lovely as you're casting. Obviously, if you're going to be in a big group of people, you want to be using the Gemini splashdowns in that sense, because if it's safer, it's less likely for the lead to come off mid-cast and hit somebody, which is obviously you don't want that to happen. But being it rough as hell down here, it's less to tangle up when we're out there. So, hopefully, this lead will come off then. Fish attached to there, we don't get tangled up in all the rocks, and we land everything we can.
So to start with, I'm going to be using a 3-hook flapper, using minimal tackle on my trace, because as I said, it's really rough ground here. There's loads of boulders, but that's where pouting, rockling, little small fish are going to be, the little bait fish. So as Dave explained, we're not going to be power casting here because you don't need the distance, so an upside down Gemini clip is more than able. I give it a little spin just so you haven't got something for your bottom block to catch onto during the cast. So that's it hooked up. 3 little ragworm on a size 2 Camazan short shank. On the one rod we said we're using the scratching rigs trying to catch some bait size fish, but with the frozen baits we got mackerel, bluey, and I've got a frozen pouting in there, so just adding a little mixture, all the blood, all the oils. So I'm going to send that out there, leave it out there a good 45 minutes, possibly an hour, and we're going to see what comes around. Primarily looking for that conger eel. I'm not going to be casting out far. It's going to be probably a 60 to 80 yard cast. See how that goes. Not many fish at the moment though. We're losing quite a bit of gear. No bites at all. Saying that, Dave had a bite on his scratching rig, but lost the full setup. It's been quite relentless today. We're losing lots of gear and it's not going that great. But it's coming into night time. You want around low water to catch these eels. We're basically fishing for one fish now. Let's see how it goes.
First fish on a scratcher, just pouting, but unfortunately for him, he's not going back because that is lovely conger bait. So only a little one, but you don't want them too big because I'd rather put them on mostly whole rather than doing a fillet because you want all the blood and all the guts in there. So we'll get him back out in a little while. So I've got 2 baits out there already, so there's no point in me putting him on bait just yet. So we'll put him in a rock pool, keep him safe, and he'll go out in a little while and hopefully bag us a big conger.
Couple of aggressive bites down and popped up slack. So hopefully we can start a little conger. I think with an eel they grab and shake their head, so when it looks like you're having a big bite, it could be a smaller fish. I think I might put it on the stand for a bit. Yeah, so we put the rods back on the rod stand. They weren't really doing much in my hand. And then, see the bite? Yeah, he's there.
That's a leg gone, is it?
Yeah. Oh, just come on.
Might be coming in the swell, mate.
Come on. Right, so we just put this one out literally 2 minutes ago. 2 little bits of pouting and a bit of squid on it. I've changed over to a dongle rig because I literally lost pretty much every setup I put out there. That's how rough this place is. But we got a fish on, and he's holding fast by there. Come on. Hopefully an eel. He's caught in the swells now as he's coming in. He keeps going light and then heavy again, so I think the swells are pulling him in. I don't feel big. I think we'll walk down and see if we can get him out here. This might not be an eel actually. We have a blonde. So yeah, as I was watching Dave bringing in his blonde, I looked up on my rod, I could see I had a slack line and now it's pulling.
Oh yeah, there she goes. That's going.
Oh, look at that.
There's fish on, you should get the lead out.
There you go.
There she goes.
Not the lead pop then. Might as well get up on me. With the swells. Winding it faster and leaning the rod back just to tighten up any slack. The swells are really pushing in. I think you're another ring, yeah?
Yeah, I think that's another ray, mate.
Got some fish out, literally came on the exact same time. Yeah, mine just keeled over and took off. Mine went slack, and as I picked it up, it started pulling off. Nice female, not the widest of rays, but it's certainly a good thick one. It's a good 9–10 pound maybe. Yeah, she's female. You see she hasn't got the claspers. Nice fish. Nice, it's the average stamp in the Bristol Channel this year. We usually get them 15, 16, up to £20, sometimes a little bit bigger than that. But this year, the average stamp, 8, 9, maybe £10. But yeah, they're good fun. But we didn't come here for these. We did come for eels, so we're gonna have a few more chucks and hopefully get 1 or 2 more.
Just started to bait up my next rig and the left hand rod, the tip bent right over, started ripping line off the reel. So just getting in the strike position.
I felt my lead pop off, so I'm gonna give it a bit of slack line, see if the fish moves on. With these boulders, what can happen is that your line has dropped between two boulders, the fish has run off, but hopefully fish can swim and take it out. Yeah, like I was saying, leave a little bit of slack and let it come back. Pretty quick to try and get them over those ledges. That's the thing with the rough ground fishing, it's quite a workout. Absolutely no room for error.
There's another ray, is it?
Yeah, another flog, I say.
Not what we come for, but we will take them.
When I first picked this up, Blonde, it had a long ratchet run. It was taking line off the reel, and then when I picked into it, it was snagged. I felt the lead pop, the rotten bottom snapped, so it was just me connected to the fish, which should, you know, I should be able to bring it in, but I could still feel it snagged up, and it was exactly what I thought it was. I don't know if you can see on that, but the end of the shock leader is really frayed and cut up. So it's always worth, if you're ever in that situation, to check your shock leader knot. Fishing these rough grounds, you should check it every other cast or every 3 casts or something, especially if you feel some rocks hitting it. It's good to use at least 80-pound leader here. A lot of people go up to 100-pound leader. You don't want it snapping whilst you're casting, whilst you're excited to get your next bait out. So, safety first, check your leader.
Yeah, good bit of weight there. Oh, she's giving some now. Swam like hell.
The swells are quite far out, mine. This is probably washing it in.
So what's happened here? It's still there.
Yeah, you're in that white water. You're in the wash. Looks like another ray on the surface there.
Yeah, I see its wing. Waving at us. Oh, I can feel my line really rough now. Ah, little baby.
Another small blonde?
Yeah, small blonde.
So this is the last fish of the night for me. Very small blonde ray. Had a couple of little pull downs with it. Nothing berserk. Come up slack a few times, obviously popped the lead, which is a must fish in this place. You need that rotten bottom, that weak link to lose the lead, to bring the fish back, to be able to unhook it. If I can. I need the T-bar. But yeah, Dave's lost quite a lot of gear. He's moved a couple of times. When I've been, it hasn't been too bad. I have managed to get my ends back, get all my tackle back, and this is my third fish of the night. I had 3 blondes, not the target species I wanted. We were here for eels using large baits, 6/0 full circles, 150 pound hook lengths. But yeah, if we didn't have these, we wouldn't have had any content to film. So nice one, little blondies. Let's go put her back. Just packing up now. When I wound in my last cast, I noticed that the line on here was really rugged. It's been really roughed up by the barnacles, the ledges, the boulders. So what I do, I brought 6 reels with me today, just in case I lost loads of line. I number my reels on the side, tensioner there. This is number 5, so I know now when I go home I got to change the line on this reel. It just saves any disasters on the next trip. So it was quite hard work this evening. The swells didn't really help. There was a lot of weed in the water. The eels just didn't play ball tonight. They didn't realise that it was dinner time. The blonde rays, I had 3.
We only had the 1.
You had 1. You had a powin as well.
I had a powin as well, which I did put back out and had a good solid slack liner on it. Just dropped straight to the deck, but had a bit of weight there, and it could just come off on the way in. It's just one of those things, isn't it? So I'm pretty certain that was probably a bass in all fairness.
More than likely, yeah.
But you know, rough ground, you expect to drop a few bits and pieces. It just didn't hold.
Yeah. But bass, they haven't got like the meatiest of mouths, have they?
No, you've got to get a good solid hook point on them, and if you haven't got that, they'll just open their mouth and the bait just comes out. It's one of those things. Yeah. It's been an enjoyable evening, bar losing 13 full setups due to line snags, which was
and
fun.
he had to borrow a reel off me
I
as
had
well.
to borrow a reel because I've done all my reels, so it's been hard going, but been fun still.
I've got a couple of reels to reline. I only lost 2 full setups when I was fishing. I weren't casting further. I weren't full distance casting today. I was just a light knob. I was just hitting a cleaner bit of ground. Every time I did pick up, I could feel my lead popping, and I don't think I brought a lead back actually. So it makes the walk home a lot lighter. Well, walk back to the car, not home. I hope Dave drops me off anyway.
No, he's beat me again.
I beat him again, so
I'm going to leave him here.
Got to walk back now.
But the thing is, you've got to get a setup back to be able to beat somebody, haven't you? And I can't do it.
Yeah, exactly. You might have had 15 more fish if you didn't lose all them.
Yeah, I think it was karma for me taking the mick with his elastic on the bait.
I know. It was good though. I did like that. But yeah, I do like using an elastic. As I've said before, I tend to put my baits on frozen, so I'm not over elasticating and it's all going over the floor. It's getting squeezed whilst it's out there and just creating a nice bloody oily fishy mess. We're catching fish anyway, so yeah.
It's just part of rough ground fishing. You catch fish, you lose gear. It's just one of those things.
You win some, you lose some.
And in all fairness, this is probably one of the roughest marks in South Wales, so
pretty much.
Yeah, no, it's not for the faint of heart.
Yeah, it was worth the blast.
Yeah.
We could have had that big eel out, and that's what it was all about, was trying to look for that big eel. It didn't come on. I don't think we're going to stop trying though.
No, we will get one.
Yeah,
we will get one. We'll get one from here as well.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I've seen them 18, 19s, 20s coming off here. So keep plugging, keep trying.
And on the next one, I might actually beat it.
We'll see.